Okay, good morning, everyone. This is the routine weekly briefing for Central North Carolina, covering today, February 14th through February 20th. My name is Gail Hartfield. I'm a senior forecaster here, and let's get started. Okay, first I wanted to start off by showing some of the rainfall we received in the last week. A lot of this that you see on this map here was from early last week, Monday into early Tuesday. And we haven't seen an awful lot since then. We had been looking at a potential winter weather threat on this past weekend, yesterday, and we didn't get an awful lot. We had some coastal sections got about a quarter inch of rain with that event over the weekend, but by and large, since late Tuesday, it's been fairly dry around the area. So we'll take a look at the drought monitor here in a little bit. But anyway, that's most of that is the rainfall we had early last week. Okay, I wanted to grab just the latest temperatures here. We had some really balmy weather at the end of last week into the beginning of the weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday were quite warm. We had widespread 60s and 70s. So we're back to reality a little bit here, and temperatures are a little more typical of what you would see this time of year. Here's some 30s and 40s here, and should have a fairly nice day here today. We do have quite a bit of sunshine after this morning's fog, so a pretty decent Valentine's Day for everyone. We're looking at the upcoming weather pattern here, what we've got to look at in the next week. Pretty uneventful. We've got one period of eventful weather, and then that is going to be bracketed by some pretty calm and quiet weather overall. We have high pressure moving into the area today, and that will be bringing us dry weather through the next couple of days. High pressure area will be sliding offshore there, as you can see in the top right panel. And that will bring in some Atlantic moisture through the low levels. So as we get into late Tuesday into Wednesday in particular, we're going to start to see the clouds kind of increasing, especially across like our southern sections and western sections in the triad. Going to start to see some more clouds there, and you might catch a little drizzle or a few sprinkles there, but in general, most places are going to stay dry through Wednesday. Our next system we've got coming in, which is a pretty potent cold front, and upper level trough associated with that, and that could bring us some decent rainfall. Probably our only real chance for rainfall, significant rainfall here in the next 7 days will be that time period. So a pretty blustery frontal system coming through, and that's mainly Thursday into Thursday night, extending into Friday morning, especially in the east and southeast. We do have a pretty high rain chances, so we're pretty confident everyone's going to get some rain with this. And rainfall, we'll get to that in a minute, but looks like there's a chance it could be a little heavy in spots, or at least training like some prolonged period of some moderate rainfall. So, and that'll in particular be in the western Piedmont, westward toward the mountains. So that area we could see some minor flooding issues. So we'll keep our eye on that. And then it's going to be pretty gusty as well. We're looking at some wind gusts up to 25 to 35 miles an hour, and that'll be mainly Thursday afternoon into the evening hours. But it'll be a pretty sustained, blustery, windy, gusty kind of day. So pretty raw. Wouldn't want to be outside at that day. And then following that, we are looking at another high pressure area moving in for late Friday and through the next weekend, and looking at some dry weather there. So. Here is our precipitation forecast for the next 7 days. Again, as I said, generally dry weather through Wednesday, not expecting too much, mainly in the far western sections, and you might catch a little sprinkle there across the south and southeast if we have a sea breeze moving inland down there. Other than that, pretty dry. And then you can see we've got looking at around an inch to inch and a half of rain is expected Thursday through early Friday, and the higher amounts are going to be across in western North Carolina. But, we could see some areas of minor flooding and urban flooding and that kind of thing. So we'll be on the lookout for that. And then dry weather to follow late Friday into the weekend. So here's our severe weather outlook. We're getting to that time of year, late in the winter and early spring, where we're starting to look for a little bit higher thunderstorm chances as we're heading into the warmer season. You can see there is some outlook for Wednesday into Thursday to our south and west, but nothing for us. We do feel like there could be an isolated storm or two late Thursday into Thursday night. We're not expecting anything to be severe. However, it will be windy, as I mentioned. We're going to have frequent gusts of 25 to 35 miles an hour. So even outside of any storms, you're going to get some wind gusts. So, that could knock some things around, maybe knock down a tree branch or two. So otherwise, we're not expecting any severe weather and no thunderstorms outside of this time frame. Here's our excessive rainfall outlook. You can see no outlook for us through Wednesday, but again, we're keeping our eye out for that potential for some training, some sustained, potential prolonged moderate rainfall that could cause some minor flooding issues, especially in the cities and in the urban areas. So we'll be on the lookout for that, but nothing life-threatening is expected at this time. And here's a quick look at the drought monitor. This is for the graphic courtesy of the North Carolina Climate Office. And as you can see, we've had, compared to last week's drought map in the bottom left there, you can see we've had some areas that have come out of the abnormally dry. So that's good news. And we're not seeing any drought in central North Carolina. So a new update on that will come out later on this week, but that's the latest and greatest for us. And here's the 8 to 14 day outlook. Looks like generally a fairly normal period. There's no big indications that we're going to be a lot warmer or colder than normal. So that's kind of what that means. It doesn't necessarily mean we are going to be exactly normal, but they're just basically saying that right now there's no strong indication that we're going to be either very cold or very warm, and not a lot of confidence in any one scenario. So not a great deviation from normal during that week 2 timeframe. Okay, looking at the weather summary here, again, dry weather expected under high pressure through Wednesday. Just a few sprinkles at most are expected across our south and west. That cold front moving through and big upper level trough, pretty potent weather system there. So that will bring us some high rain chances for Thursday through Friday morning. And we'll have very warm temperatures. You can see there at the forecast across the bottom, we're going to have highs back in the 60s and 70s Wednesday into Thursday, even though rain chances will be increasing during that time. And then even Friday, it'll take a little time for that cooler air to come in. And won't come in until late Friday into the weekend. So that will bring us some dry weather for next weekend, which will be nice because we've had several weekends in a row with wintry weather threats. So it will be nice actually to have a weekend that does not have that. And as far as the hazards and impacts go, again, there's a chance for some brief heavy rain or prolonged moderate rainfall Thursday into Thursday night. Could sink into Friday morning, and especially the greater chance is going to be over the western Piedmont, westward through the mountains. So you might see some minor flooding there. And again, blustery winds Thursday night may gust frequently to 25 to 35 miles an hour, and that could knock down some tree branches and blow around some outdoor objects, garbage cans, plastic lawn furniture, things that could get blown around. So you might want to prepare for that and make sure those things are secured or brought indoors. So that is all I've got for today's briefing. Thanks for your time and have a wonderful week.